Hey JB, how's it going?
Not bad. How are you?
Doing all right? Ready for some Waifu Wars? Getting our
Ooh.
straggler games in.
Oh, this should be Mikey's last game, right?
Yeah, I think so. Right now he's like 8-1 or something.
9-2.
9 and
But
2. Hey Rice Crew, how's it going?
Azusa kinda good, huh?
Azusa kinda good. Yeah. I mean, she does kill a lot of stuff. Even if her reach is a little short. Once IBC inevitably gets banned in a first pick Azusa box. So he's banning out. I think I get Mikey's ban pick. Ban the Christie makes sense. Banning the IPC makes sense. Banning the Sissy. I don't know IPC was as big a deal just given the map and the fact that it's first picking Varna, not like an IPC combo. But I would have maybe looked at an Agnes ban, but Apti didn't take it anyways.
I feel like not a lot of Abdi's box benefits from Varna
Like,
much.
yeah, he's actually got a pretty ST box here, at least some of it, like with the Pepsi, the Kyra. Um, yeah,
I feel like Mikey's box has not changed since season 1.
was Mikey in season 1?
I assume he's been here the whole time. I don't know.
He's been here a few seasons now, but I'm not sure he was in season 1. Season 1's pool of people was a little bit different, I feel like, than the other seasons have been. Not least of all because we bullied most of the champion team out of season 2 for the whole Anna scandal.
They brought that upon themselves.
They did, they did. Hey Depor, how's it going? We do see him get Agnes third here. I'm really surprised Mikey left that low. Um,
I mean, Azusa is definitely arcane.
okay.
Elwyn might be as well.
Yeah, some people like Defender on Elwyn, but you do kind of see whatever. And Mikey might be the player who's like, I know he picked Agnes before. I know he likes picking Agnes. She's strong with Varna. Let's put a bunch of arcanes on, you know?
Yeah. I know he got me with that, so.
Hmm.
Mikey picking more cross-map terrain master units.
Yeah, I
Nice.
mean, what else are you gonna do, right? Like he's not playing the Zuko thing where you first pick a Zeus and then pick, a bunch of AoE stuff. He's like, I'm banning these tanks. I am going to kill you with single target. So he just picks a bunch of really good single target. I like it. I respect it.
Nymph would be good if all of his Actigons didn't give him immunity.
Yeah, exactly. And then he's also got like a Kyra and a Deedlit pick, which is gonna also give immunity to like whoever doesn't give it to themselves. Yeah. The Egbert would be fun, but I think Mikey just spreads his whole team out here and that there's nothing for Apti to AoE here, you know? He didn't even take the Kyra, which shows how little he's afraid of getting AoE'd by Apti, because he's going to just spread. Why not when you've got 2 trained master cavalry, Deedlit, who's got wings, I'm sure, and is going to be running in from across the map. Pepsi, who's just going to be chilling out in the water. And Zusa is going to be bringing up the rear for cleanup, you know? But we'll see. Maybe I'll get surprised. Maybe Nymph will put everything except for the 2 self-immunity heroes to sleep. Or maybe he just like action 1 Nymphs so that there's a chance that, you know, obviously Mikey's not using his act against turn 1. Maybe you force like the Deedlet action early or something if some of his important DPS fall asleep. Maybe. Maybe Deedlet herself goes to sleep. But yeah, who knows how many arcanes Mikey has here, because all of these units can equip it. So I feel that's going to be an important part of the matchup here.
I wouldn't be surprised if literally all 5 of them were.
Mm-hmm. In fact, looking at his whole box, there's only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I think a 6th hero that can't equip it in the first place. Like almost everyone else in the box can use it. So if this isn't a Bracer Elwyn, which it looks like it is a Bracer Elwyn, I was going to say Kagura can just go snipe. If it's arcane.
Yeah. He does turn 1 Nymph.
Yeah, you just want to catch him in the middle of his setup. I assume we've got an... Oh, we don't have accelerated on Pepsi. Let me take a look at Apti's skills first and revisit, but I'm surprised we don't see that. I think that accelerated aiding the Kagura would be really strong. Did he just... He did.
Of course.
So normal Agnes. I'm just going to assume that's normal Egbert. Single target Egbert's going to be funny to watch. Pretty normal looking Nymph. Crush on Elwyn. Buff on Varna. Okay. Umbrella Kagura. Pretty normal Zusa. Triple 2C Deedlit. And then yeah, hide on Pepsi, not aid. Now after he's like figuring out what the hell do I do about this 10-year breeze on Elwyn? Because that's gonna reach 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so he's blocking in his own Elwyn. Because if Apti loses this Elwyn, he loses like all single target zoning ability. Hey Kong, how's it going, man? Excited. Mr. Kong? Oh, I need to post VODs from last night. We did do some WaifuWarS, and I think I technically, it ended up turning into a ladder stream partway through, but I did also cast like 1 match 2 nights ago that I do want to post on YouTube as well. You know, I'm hearing like this Nymph song, and I like just finished my lunch, and it's like that time of the day where you really feel like you could just fall asleep for a little afternoon snooze.
I was heavily contemplating it before I was like, oh, what's this? Someone in Discord?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I think the Azusa is actually really hard for Apti to deal with here. There's nothing that's gonna kill her unless Varna AoE just goes crazy, but I don't believe.
Yeah, this definitely feels like another game where she's honestly not going to do anything because the rest of Mikey's team is going to get in and clean up, and she's just going to Patricia cheerleader from the back.
Yeah, I mean, she is really strong here, but I agree. I think she's the lowest reach unit on Mikey's side of things, so there's a very real chance everything's cleaned up before she even has to lift a finger.
Is his deedlit still on wings?
Oh, it's not. Okay, so that's lower reach then. Eggy doing eggy things. Such a neat idea. I really do think the way his kit works, where you summon a summon that has teleport on it so that next turn your summon can teleport you forward to attack instead of like most summon based characters like having the summon be the throwaway. The summon's like, nah, fam.
Look at me. I'm the original now.
Right?
If only his kit worked where the summon would just take over for the original when the original died. Now
Oh, that would be sweet.
that'd be gaming. Did he already get a casting passive? Zelong. It's not too late.
Right? I was gonna say that sounds like the greatest casting passive they could possibly give this man. But he might have one, I'm not sure.
I'm pretty positive he was like an early
One of
casting
those
passive.
early, really crappy ones that's like just as bad as early crappy EEs were.
After actively dealing damage, 50% chance to deal one instance of fixed.
Okay,
That is his casting.
so just his talent again.
Yeah. And the smallest of int boosts.
Actually, it's literally the summons talent.
Wow.
That's so unoriginal. Like, man, what should we do for Egbert's casting? Uh, hey, what does the summons do again? Let's just make it that. Why not, right?
I
Let's just do
mean,
that.
for how much they love the Langrisser 2 Empire squad, they really just shafted this man, huh?
I'm not too mad when I look at this face. God, this skin is horrific.
I Egbert's default skin was a big reason why I never built him in the first place, even though my early account was very Empire heavy.
Mm-hmm.
The drummer skin fixed it a lot for me. I
Mm-hmm.
love drummer Egbert because it's so outlandish.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that skin also is just awful.
So I do think it's interesting Mikey moved to Deedlit pretty early in the turn here. I might have waited. Like, if he's not going to immediately eat stuff, I would have maybe saved her for last to dispel any potential sleeps. So far, there have not been any cross-map sleeps, unless I missed one somewhere, but
I don't believe so because everyone would still be asleep.
yeah.
It's not like lava map.
I didn't know. I don't know if Deedlit triggered one when she cast her Gospel on herself. Wasn't paying close enough attention to see any trigger there.
Oh, true. Yeah, I didn't say.
So I don't know if she has 4 chances left or 3. Uh, it is 4 chances, right? Yeah.
Because Mikey just it's undispellable, right? Even if he went in with Elwyn for
Yeah, yeah,
Nymph.
yeah. Nymph's singing is undispellable, yes. Otherwise, she would get countered even harder by Matthew than she does. Because, like, Matthew just, like, popping all the bubbles for basically free and buff blocking them from getting another bubble and, potentially getting rid of her water. Very annoying for her already.
And her having 0 dispel ability to deal with that.
Yeah.
Especially with her EE being a weapon, so she can't run
Night
Night
Bloom.
Bloom.
Yeah, like, it was interesting. So, like, I noticed in the game yesterday that Rice Crew was running exclusive because he got the Nymph bubble back really fast. but it does also mean that her Dispel is so bad if you can't bring Forest Priest that game. So I guess this is not an Arcane Elwyn because he didn't go for the chance to kill Mikey's 10-yard Breezed Elwyn there, who is threatening the Agnes in the back. If there are things on this draft that aren't Arcane, this Elwyn would love to just kill that Agnes. So those others are free to go.
I mean, Mikey's Elwyn still reaches, right?
Mikey's Elwyn reaches like everything right now. Yeah. Ryan Aptes reaches the Deethlit and the Elwyn.
I mean, even if he took first life on Elwyn, like Mikey's a Bracer Elwyn gamer, so it's not like he could kill.
That's true. He is also Bracer, yeah. Oh, is Apte on Int got him? Maybe? Or is his Elwyn just really smart for some reason? Because I can't tell, because Egbert has a lot of attack, I feel. But like the others all have a lot of Int. Maybe this is Thor gaming. So did he just move the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3? Yeah, so he moved the Agnes out of Elwyn range.
The only safe square, huh? Because that's also just out of Kagura range.
Yeah, you're right. This is why I think Accelerated Aid would have been really solid on Pepsi here. I get, Hide is nice, but also you are playing against Nymph who has a non-targeted AoE, although she didn't bring it.
And Agnes.
And Agnes, who has great non-targeted AoE capability, yeah. So I would have expected Accelerated Aid on Pepsi. Or on Deedlit. Like she could have gone for 3C, a 2C, and then Accelerated Aid, because her 3C also lets her give Gospel to others for a turn. So that would have been an option too, instead of bringing the actual Gospel skill.
Needing to move Agnes first action, though, now makes anything Mikey sends in kind of awkward for Apti. Because you
Yeah.
can't cleanse the death.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say, he might just want to start off with moving Pepsi up, just because now that Agnes has moved, there is nothing that's non-targeted now. And unless this Varna is, even if she's exclusive, I think her span is still too small. I think he
Yes.
might have actually not be exclusive too, because I think I saw him King Crown something at some point.
Oh, and that is all the non-targetable AoEs, huh?
It's only Agnes for non-targetable, and then targetable. Hers is so small span that she can't hit that Pepsi.
I didn't know if Nymph brought her AoE.
Oh no, she didn't. She didn't. That's what I was just looking at before. She brought single target. So some good damage there. I just think the problem is the Deedlit. Does she heal or does she kill the Varna?
Porque no los dos.
True, true. I just mean like do like actual heal so that you dispel that silence or the sleep on the Pepsi. Oh wait, yeah, she can do both because this is Deedlit we're talking about and this isn't the danger zone. Duh.
I know Zilong doesn't want us to know what the danger zone is, but
It's also I've been annoyed by that too, that you can't see your own danger zone, because now like that Ymir is a thing, I have to be like hyper aware of what my own danger zone is for what he can act again off of. I guess it's the same thing even with Deedlit too. Like I wish I could see my own danger zone projection without having to click each of my units.
Sure, yeah, I didn't think about that.
Is he gonna kill Eggy? Or no, he's taking Elwyn first life? Okay. Like you said, because the Agnes is already moved, having it be the Agnes action that's left, or sorry, that like this Elwyn is just no good. He's not gonna do any damage. He can't really move very well. He can't use skills. So like, there isn't really anything that will actually kill Elwyn here while he's chilling on the side of the field. I don't necessarily believe in the Egbert Fireball, if that's what you're thinking.
That was what I was thinking.
Maybe with the clone too,
Like Egbert Fireball maybe taking first life?
and then clone. Not quite. Oh, the fix, no, but he's Bracer. That was close though. That was closer than I would have expected.
Oh, I guess this is still fine because Elwyn
Basic
can
now.
still,
Mhm.
yeah. Like, still get first strike? Oh, wait. He
He
doesn't
can't
have the
move.
movement to
He
do
doesn't have the
that.
movement to do that, yeah.
Oh. Damn.
That
Egbert
also
Bracer.
that also gives Mikey a little bit of a breather too, because now all of like Apti has nothing he can do to his side of the field, so you can just like punish freely with the Deedlit and then move the Kagura way up too. And then you've got a bunch of stuff jumping down. Wow, look at him not using the grasp with the unicorns. Awkward. Really awkward.
How did she immune the sleep?
Because she gospeled herself earlier and Varna must have I think she dispelled attack buff when I looked. Not the gospel. Oh, I see. So the goal from the Deedlit healed the Elwyn enough that he couldn't even take the first life with his own Elwyn. Or take the remaining life with his Elwyn. Not first. So it was a little awkward missing with the Deedlit, but it's all in all not that big a deal, because yeah, the Kagura can just like basic or something here. Or use the skill, because she clocks it.
All of these stuns getting eaten for nothing.
Yeah, I know. Poor Nymph. Yeah, this is bad for Apti. This is kind of what you expect. Once Mikey kind of dodges through the Nymph song, and I mean, ultimately Apti had a couple AoE units, a couple single target units, and like 2 healers. And like that's just not going to beat a strong team of 5 strong single target DPS, I think he's doing some pretty good damage here though. I don't think he gets a kill on anything. Oh, he does. Look at that.
Wow.
The Kagura should explode here now too. Good damage. Good damage. Still a losing game. Still a losing game, but Eggy did his job. He really did. So I assume Elwyn punches Agnes now.
Oh yeah, that did open up the lane, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Azusa was on Lancers, right?
She is. This Elwyn's never going to get to kill her, even if she comes away in. Good Nymph damage. I saw her kill Vice's burn once. Because Vice being Vice runs, or at the time at least, ran like exclusive Wing Shin guards instead of like an HP accessory and Tiamat, because that was before Wings.
How awkward is this now? Like, Elwyn can, like, if Pepsi comes in to kill Egbert, then like Elwyn has turn prio to reach. Like, I don't know. I feel like this is still like
A game. I don't know. I think it's just hard because like he can one shot the Pepsi if he moves in such a way that Elwyn can reach Pepsi, but no breeds on Elwyn, so Pepsi just runs away. like down into the bottom, where he's still putting pressure on Apti's team, and then he'll also be able to regain hide potentially next turn if he wants to just do that instead and actually run away.
I just figured like Elwyn got his actual Elwyn revive back now.
Yeah.
So like
that's true. That could come into play.
Like eventually, maybe like yeah, he won't kill Azusa or many of the troops, but like a 2-turn undispellable heal block on Azusa might be enough for Nymph to do something.
So she didn't bring AoE, so like, Azusa takes, but maybe eventually Egbert gets a summon back. We didn't bring Wind Blooms on the Nymph or anything. So like that's the thing. If you dive on Azusa with the L1 here, then she takes first life, Pepsi takes second, and then there's like no follow up before like Pepsi just cleans up and he just kills Nymph easy. Because the other units are so low range that you can't really touch the Pepsi before he gets to you.
I think you heal with Nymph and then see what he does with Azusa, right?
Yeah. Elwyn not catching a breeze was pretty bad for Mikey there, honestly, because it means he's not really zoning as much as he really wants to be.
Where did his attack buff go?
His own Mikey's Elwyn earlier. No, but stuff has died since then. Oh, the passive block. The passive block, right?
Wait, what passive blocks?
Elwyn passive blocks with his 3C.
Oh god, that's right.
So no breeze on Mikey's Azusa, which is also good for Apti.
Does still reach the Nymph.
Yeah, but like if she breezed, there was no spaces on this map that Azusa doesn't reach.
Oh, true.
Maybe
body block with no?
He's just going
he
for.
hits. I like the hit idea. It cuts her range, and Elwyn can get one shot.
It's just Azusa takes his first life now, right? And then Elwyn like fully heals, killing Azusa again. But then Pepsi just cleans up Elwyn, and then you've got Pepsi versus Nymph.
No, I would run back with Elwyn. I would really run back with Elwyn. So Pepsi dies to the Nymph plus Egbert.
How? He's hidden.
If he kills anything.
He can't hit the Pepsi.
Yeah,
but you're saying
Elwyn runs back now. Elwyn doesn't hit the Zusa. You don't care about the Zusa. She has no range left. She does nothing. Yeah.
You know, you're right. He should have hit Azusa from closer to Apti's team. Is what he should have done, so that she was actually threatened.
She wouldn't have reached anything.
I mean, the problem is like, even if Mikey kills either of them, he still comes out with turn prio.
Yeah.
And like, Pepsi.
He can hide again.
Yeah, and it's. I mean, he'll be hurt from Nymph hurting him, so like he won't actually be hidden. But also, he'll still just like Nymph bops him.
I mean,
but like,
Nymph
so
can't.
what? No, she can.
Nymph,
she can go melee him.
Nymph will die to that.
I think Aqua troops are strong enough that she won't. But I mean, he still just goes and kills Elwyn then, and then Azusa beats Nymph. You know?
Does she?
I think so.
I think Nymph beats Azusa.
Well, I mean, Nymph has to
still kill Pepsi.
Still kill Pepsi while Azusa comes in.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Oh, that is her pain for not getting the shield done.
Like if he did that, the thing is like Mikey would have turn prio into the next turn. So even if he does kill the Pepsi with Nymph after that, like Azusa will at that point reach the Nymph and have turn prio.
No, she doesn't reach anything.
If she had bopped Pepsi by hitting here, Pepsi goes and kills Elwyn from here, and then Azusa moves up, and he would still have turn priority. I'm pretty sure.
I think
if Nymph kills now, Apti wins.
Oh, homie, water tiles. Oh, okay, it didn't matter.
She gives herself water with some of her skills. Well,
before battle or after?
So he doesn't. Nice he did breeze. And I
Yeah,
mean, Nymph doesn't have skill for a while too, so even like otherwise, the best you would do is sleep gamble.
like it.
I
It,
mean,
turn,
you're
it turns
basically
into
done gambling now.
it turns into does Mikey Breeze first or does she stun first? Then it turned into Mikey Breeze first.
That breeze is nasty, yeah.
Like even if like Last Rites lives
Nah.
this, then like yeah,
I mean, the counter damage could be big. No, not big
yeah,
enough.
that was a game-winning breeze.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
That breeze was really
I still
painful.
think even if he didn't breeze, he just waits for the breeze because he still outreaches Nymph. Like Nymph
They
basic
have
isn't
same reach, right?
Nymph
If
basic
he
isn't going to kill though.
but if he charges towards Nymph,
But
waiting
after
for a
Nymph
breeze, then
basic,
shut up,
he can
dude.
kill
What?
him. Sorry. Oh, he ran away. After Nymph basic, he can't kill anymore. Because the troops are down and he gets counter killed.
He can melee because Nymph won't be in water, so she doesn't have first like EMB.
She would be on this map.
I don't think that the positioning
If she
works
runs
out.
up to basic.
I don't think the positioning. I think there's things Mikey can do positioning wise to avoid that happening.
Okay. I didn't think so.
I think that you'd have to let the Azusa hit you before you hit her if you want to stay in water the whole time while trying to reach for a basic, which you don't want to do. I think that's why it looked to me. But on the other, Mikey did have less time, so.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have another Apti game coming here. He said he's still around for a while.
Empty getting the win would have been nice for his motivation too. Like, he had good chances there. And Mikey is one of the strongest players in the group still.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an updated list who everyone is still missing or not? I guess there wasn't one for a longer time.
Yeah, I don't really know who's missing who at this point. I'm playing Fire tomorrow. I don't know. I'm trying to think about who else I'm missing. There's DK Cecil, who hasn't really responded to many of my pings. Who else that I haven't heard from? Cucumber, I haven't heard from in a while.
I don't even know those two players.
I know Cucumber. I talk with him in main court sometimes.
So Mikey is the first to be done with everyone now. He only missed Epti.
And I need Falcon as well.
Suko's still missing Epti, right?
I don't know.
Will? JB Famine? 41? Staro, Suko, and Mikey. Was the last list published in Group A.
Yeah, sorry, I should probably keep talking stream. So I'm trying to see if like there's anyone else that's willing to play. Um, I don't think there like I think Volk was saying he wants to play against Fire's Requiem, but I don't know if Fire is around right now. Um, okay, it looks like we're gonna get Volk versus Fire. Let's go. That should be a fun little turtle battle. Betty versus Gitz.
I mean, Gitz just nukes the tanks, right?
It depends on what happens with thorns and stuff like that. If Volk is running it at all similar box to Rice Crew, which he kind of is, I assume he's got thorns on some of these tanks. Like, the thing is, like, even if Thorns proc doesn't necessarily kill the unit, you've got the Betty after the Thorns, and that's what's really scary. Yeah, I think it'd be really funny to see a full Thorns box, to be honest. Like, can you imagine, like, you're killing, like, their Rosen Seal or something, and then she Thorns procs and kills whatever killed her? Be hilarious.
Oh, if he gets TRS plus Gitz, there is no counter kill ever.
Mm-hmm.
Volker using Roland is only Macelot?
Mm-hmm.
That's a very biased Macelot.
If the Roland gets
Or
picked,
the only,
I should ping Bite and Bit. I know he's a big Roland fan.
or the only two males on Fireside.
Yeah, not everyone is
Doesn't
thinking in
proper
the
life
same terms as you, where it's like how many males can I get away with, and my male slots are the most important slots in my box. Not how most players think, dude.
I know, I know. I try to switch them around at least a little bit. Thank you, Kong. The mech slot is very important in my games.
So I would love an extra. I liked 5 because it let me run like Sage or Zelgatus. It's hard to fit those now if I want to keep like 2 dude tanks. with the Shinpachi and the Ledin. I could drop Ledin, honestly. I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't be good for my box, but I could try and figure out a way to drop Ledin, because I don't really like Ledin that much. I don't have any favoritism for Ledin. He's just a tank that I had the bonds for, so I built him.
You just like other tanks, right? Female one.
Yeah, I don't have enough tanks. I would have to build like Serena or something. Actually, I don't even have Serena's bonds. I could do Vargas, but then I get beat up by Magic. That's what I did like my first season, or I think my third season as well with like Team Kaguya. Like, that's why I ended up doing
Alpha.
Ludenguard half the time. I don't have any bonds for her. There's no way I have the pulls to try and pull bonds for her. I don't have
But
bonds for
bonds
like
are really hard to get.
I don't have bonds for like any of these random Lang 2, like Lang Mobile Part 2, Lang Mobile Part 3 characters. I'm missing so many of them because I just wasn't playing during those games, and they're almost all like not meta or not one of my favorite units.
I mean, Alpha is great.
Alpha is cool, yeah. I wouldn't even have her if I hadn't off banner her like right before last WaifuWar.
The Tiaris is still open.
It is.
And it's definitely the best pick here. By far.
I mean, you've got Jugler as your one tank against Luke though then.
There are
like,
3 tanks in the box.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, solo DPS gets is questionable sometimes because she does have cooldown issues. After you get that nice.
No, she doesn't.
After you 3C, you don't have nearly as much range with the 2C and stuff. You have to wait for exclusive to come back up. Otherwise, she's just a regular 5 reach. Yeah, that's true, Colin. We are getting those new wish list things to match the Lang 1 through 3 and the Lang 4 and 5 wish lists. That's true. So I actually really want to get young Jessica. I'm next time we get a wish banner, I'm fully preparing to summon for young Jessica because I really want to build her for WaifuWarS. She seems like a fun off healer, DPS, AoE thing, which is exactly what I like. Maybe slap something else on there with her, that, you know, bond for alpha or something else like that. Also, there is an Elma in play, which instantly makes a Gets Bust much harder. Although, actually, he isn't getting a tank, I'm realizing.
There is nothing it can just kill there.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that Volk's only running 2 magic tanks for some really weird reason. That's unusual. I wonder if there was a box mistake there? Like with saving or something?
Maybe he just doesn't have others.
No, but he's run more
Volk's
tanks than...
account
He's been running more tanks than that in his past games. Like, I've seen a fair number of Volk's games.
Oh.
He's had more tanks than that in his other matches. I'm not sure what happened to them.
And exactly against Gits, not bringing them is awkward.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to be playing tankless versus a strong turtle comp with first pick Gits. Especially since he did second pick Elma. I wonder if he also didn't realize he's missing a bunch of tanks or something. Because, like, I don't think the Elma pick makes sense. I mean, it's not like he had other great... Like, the Agnes was banned too, so it's not like he had any form of tank, but at that point you pick, like, Ape and try to kill somehow with Kirika or
Hot
something.
take. Watch him bring sorcerers on all 3 mages and just tank the Gits.
No, but that's why you 100% bring deck gunners on the Gits. Especially with that candle aura there's no reason not to deck gunners on her. You'd want to do that anyways, just because of the candle.
Does Requiem not do that is the question.
Yeah, we'll see. Alright. So we do not have deck gunners on the Gits. We do have Sorks on Volk's units. But she still might kill with Dark Reaper anyways, because the magic defense ignore is really good against Sorks. MDef command on Jugler. No Triton, he brings like the actual magic guard, so that's you still have to bring Triton in my opinion, because you don't have water, so the lobster don't have an effect. Unless you jump first, but like you never bring magic defense command instead of Triton if you're trying to magic tank with Jugler, in my opinion. Okay, so we do have Hilda should be in decent shape to tank with the Templars, because he was forced to all those magic troops, like all the Sorks.
Will be interesting what skills the Gits goes for, what upgrades.
Oh, I think 100%. You take anti-mage if it shows up, but otherwise you just kind of do whatever. I don't think it matters that much, honestly. I mean, she hits hard. These units don't have that much magic defense. They don't have buff to have my magic defense even after. Like, Sorks are great if you have a magic defense buff, so they get, 1200 magic defense, but without that, I don't think they're going to tank. Hilda buffed gets single target. Unless they're
I see what you mean.
I don't think any of these even have mass defend or mass resist, unfortunately, for Volk. I wonder what happened to those other tanks, because I just can't imagine picking Betty as your captain against and being against Team Gits and then not running 3 magic tanks or 4 magic tanks. Like 3 in Agnes maybe, or 4, yeah. Let's check those Gits upgrades, JB. Holy Mages, yeah, GG. Even without the fixed damage upgrade. Although, actually, speaking of fixed damage, doesn't she get those same troops that Luke does that do fixed damage before attacking?
I'm not sure about that.
He did not bring TP on Lana. I'm pretty sure she does get those troops. I wonder if he doesn't have them leveled, because that's like... It's that or deck gunners, if you're expecting the Sorks. Yeah, Loon would know. He's also Team Gits. Oh, we get the Invest Breeze on her too. Still not going to reach anything this turn, but it could be strong next turn with the 3C going to full range. Yeah. These depth tiles, man, they'll mess you up if you forget about them. I've lost multiple games when I was like a newer player to these 2 tiles right here getting me fogged. Being 3 move water, not 2 space like most water, or 1 space swamp like this. Super troll on the developer's parts. I'm surprised we don't see molders on the Betty.
It's really awkward, yeah.
Oh, she could reach now. Wow. Oh, he Octagoned already. Duh. So this is upgraded 3C.
Once upon a time there was a Betty.
Yep. But yeah, like if he'd brought molders, like maybe he could have had like AoE follow up on like, sanction on the Lana or something, or on the Luke. And you try to like AoE kill the Gits while she's overextended. But he really didn't bring much AoE at all. He's just gonna have Roland AoE to try and swap her out of guard, but assuming Fire knows what Roland does, he just has to be careful with his positioning to not let that happen.
Wait, did he just forget that he can't attack from the forest?
I don't know what he was doing there.
He could have attacked from in front of the...
Maybe he's just feeding his units to the gets at this point. I mean, it's not like you wouldn't realize when you're sitting on the tree trying to use a skill on your one less range to not go up. Like, I don't think that could be the mistake.
I mean, maybe he didn't want to go up and so decided to just stay in the forest to be safe there.
Mm.
Yeah, he needed the tile for Roland.
I mean,
he's just still Dark Reaper
Roland could have.
close.
I think Roland could have reached that tree if he'd really wanted to, unless I'm crazy. Like, I think he could have moved further before using his act again. So, like, right now, she would probably miss kill on the Luke with the damage down and stuff, but, like, you just cleanse with flow. And you even break the swords
You
with
just
flow.
kill the puppet and keep the flow up.
That works too, I guess. I was gonna say just 3C with flow to break the Luke's troops, you know? I guess she's got Elma, actually. Yeah, this will kill Luke. But you do kill.
Oh, I would have liked the Moby buff on Juggler there with flow.
Why? He can still just reach to go guard everything.
He could have jumped to melee lock the Luke and the Roland.
I mean, so what? Like, this isn't a losable game for Fire. You don't have to think that hard.
It still would have been a good play, though. Yeah, gets being gets.
Yeah, I mean, that Volk came in with the wrong box, is what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, too.
Like, that was not a box that I think had a good chance of winning that. Anyone else up to play? Volk versus Loon, it looks like. Volk, if you're listening, please go add another tank or two.
Or 4.
Yeah, JB. So we'll be getting this in just a minute. Looks like Volk has to pause for a second. Here we go. And yeah, you better believe, Aptu, we got a Maya replay on stream recently. You've got to bet I rewound, put it on 1x speed, watch the 3C again. You know, you gotta do the content, right? The cat is gone if you don't want to be in VC with cat, JB. Yeah, I get you, man. I'm honestly guilty of that too. Not just meow. So I think they're ready. They rolled map already, so it shouldn't be long. Oh, they're not friends yet. I see. That's why I don't accept cross-server friend invites because the slots are so tight from anyone that I don't think I'm likely to scrim with at some point. So now I just check, like, has this person played Apex? No, then I unfortunately just kick them off the friends list because I need to save those spaces for waifu wars and scrims and all that stuff. So I'm not constantly having to go add and remove friends. My local friends list, on the other hand, I have not ruined in a long time. Rip the Cliff Elbridge account. Surprisingly, not that many accounts that are super deprecated. Close to 2K off. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Okay, so he added the Albedo for the third magic tank, and now he at least gets to pick Agnes.
Damn, he really only put one more in.
Yeah, I wonder if I thought he had like a lead in or something, but maybe not. Oh? Was there a Gitsin box that I was missing or something? I can't really see one past these pictures.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that's Elma. Yeah, Elaine. Maybe he thought he was adding more and didn't. Or just didn't want to play into it once he saw all three of them were banned.
Yeah, it seems like in chat that's what he's saying. He doesn't want to try to play out the Gits plus IPC plus tank versus Agnes tank.
Understandable, but rip Loon.
Yeah. He could have tried the Agnes tank. Rip the content, man. Okay. Anything else then that we have? What matches do you have left, JB?
Oh shit, I have to do JB. It's Tuesday.
Oh yeah. Do you want to invite me for JB?
Sure. What do I have? App device. Sadao.
You could you could probably play, right? He's says he's around.
If he's still around.
I would give him a ping, see if he will be up for that.
Yeah, I'm trying now. This about to turn into a JB stream.
Oh damn, Bulk doesn't even have Shinpachi. I guess he wasn't around for the Gintama collab. missing the strongest unit in the game.
An actual tragedy.
All right, JB, let's do this.
Don't worry, this shouldn't be long.
Yeah, this should go quick. Does Mike have gear? He does. Okay, we're good.
Did you just say Gin?
Yeah, I use Gin to do the top group. I could teleport Gin. I don't have Helena,
Interesting.
so... Or Leon. My ice is Cav BB for the other JB. What range mage do I have that actually works turn 1? Ashmar. Ashmar can work turn 1.
Oh. Sherry will clean up both of the
Oh yeah, we're good.
as long as I
Yeah, let's get
don't
this high tier JP content, guys. Okay, so wait, Loon, right? You're Loon in Discord, you're Loon 3 in game, and on Twitch you're Loon with 3 capital O's, but it is 5 total O's. What's the story there? Yeah, we'll see if Apti gets back to you so we can do some of that.
just need Gizrov's spawn to not be cringe. Yay.
Get your range up, dude.
Because like there is like a very small chance that it will like
not
get like range or
move.
Mm-hmm. And so it's just like one tile off, and I'm like, there's only like 7 buffs, and you literally didn't get the 2.
Uh-huh. If I wasn't like already done with basically all of my PvE, I would have pulled Helena at some point because her debuff is really good, but I just made do with like Charons and stuff like that.
You know, I like during one of the like Covenant things, what are they called?
Like capstones or the unlocks?
No, the 4 maps.
Ragnarok?
Ragnarok, that's the word. Thank you. During one of the Ragnarok things, I was like reading the comments of one of the Shizuka videos because as a PvE scrub that just watches Shizuka do everything first, bless. Someone was asking like, "Oh, is there a substitute for Helena in this?" And the answer was Helena has the only version of that debuff in the game, and I'm like, there's no way. But I think
it's correct, yeah.
Nothing else has a 30% damage taken debuff.
So I use Helena at home, where I bring like Lugner for his 15%, because I think he's the only unit in the game that has a damage taken increase aura, which is 15%, and then I'll bring like Sissy for bounties, stuff like that, whenever you're doing like Heim one-shots, that kind of stuff. Oh, Sakura has it, apparently, according to Loon. But yeah, usually like Lugner gets the job done. Especially because Lugner is like also Patsier at home, because one of the debuffs he can roll is crit taken plus 10%, like 10% chance, increased chance to crit. So, you know, just Lugner being a god gamer, of course.
Yes. You know, bless Lugner. Hashtag WaifuWarS5.
Right? Oh man. I don't need them to ban like Elwyn and Luke or whatever they were joking about banning to make tank push better. I just need my Lugner, man.
You'll get a lot of these single target ducks also quitting in ban pick as soon as they see him. Or first banning him. It's the only
So that
two
would
options.
literally, there was a few seasons where when Stab was still playing a really single target oriented box rather than like the, pretty hybrid like meta box that he plays now. He would legitimately just first ban my Lugner. No question about it, because I would first pick the Lugner and it was awful for him. Because
You just first pick him, all of a sudden you're just getting spammed with "you need a break."
right? You just don't want to play single target against Lugner. You just don't.
No response so far from Apti.
Yeah, he said he was around for like 5 hours, but I assume he's not sitting at his computer or phone that entire time.
Yeah.
So maybe there'll be a little bit of a gap here before we hear anything back.
Like I can wait around like a little bit, but
Yeah, I also can't wait like that long.
Sitting here, yeah. Oh wow.
You get something?
So I got a Peacemaker, the first one, and then I got hashtag flex your RNG. That just now.
Oh, the triple. Okay. I mean, it's also kind of 300 ore, but also like it's still a
Yeah.
triple. And I would take 300 ore. I got
Oh,
from the second run, I got a clock scroll, which is immediately going to go towards Hoffman gear.
you love to see it. Yes, Volk is right. 2 steel scrolls.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get my Lightbringer a little thicker for no reason.
Actually, should I roll for Hoffman, or should I hope I like pick up wings at some point and save some clock scrolls to enchant a wings for him someday?
Well, that's tough.
I do enjoy the fat stats of Wing Shin Guards. It does leave his HP a little anemic. But also I love 1400 defense Hoffman. I didn't go live for it. Did you see my game last night? I think, were you in Discord when I was playing for Grand Shield last night?
That was the Sky Map game, right?
That was the Sky Map game. I'll put it on stream here while we wait to hear anything back from Apti. I wasn't really free to stream at the time, but I was able to play the match real quick. Oh my god. I saw my Hoffman with Sophia stats, and I was so... love it. I just hit 6 stars on him this week, so... This was the first time I've gotten to see like really fat Hoffman stats at 6 stars now.
I was very surprised that I'm not going to spoil it for those of you who haven't seen it, but like one of his last attacks did not work, and I was very surprised at how badly it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a dark crown from a map event.
Ooh. I just want electric headgears, man. I'm like 2 electric headgears short of where I want to be. And it irks me.
Honestly, I got down to 15 red ore
Oh,
at
man.
one point. And I was like, yeah, like I used to have literally 30,000. And I got down to 15 at one point like a month ago. And I was like, this is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't care if JB gives me 300 ore. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I do wish that bow was like good.
It's not bad if you don't have a bunch of stingers lying around, but for older accounts that have a bunch of stingers lying around, it's like, why would I use this?
I think I just got my 4th stinger of all time, like yesterday from the, not the Forge.
All right, you were watching this because you're the one who said, why the fuck do you have Guardian Cavalry leveled when your Anarchy is not done?
That was in fact something I did. Because like I joined this game like a couple moves into it, like seeing it in game, and like that was the first thing I saw. I was like, is Hoffman running tier 1 troops? And then I clicked on him and I was like, what the fuck?
Because they have slightly better bulk stats than Templar, so I leveled them for Hoffman just to improve his Andy matchup a little bit more to try and tank Angry Andy, which he does sometimes.
I'm almost positive. Yeah, there's nothing behind them, so mine are literally level 1.
As they should be. These are like the worst troop in the game. They even have worse attack than Royal Cavalry, by the way. These are the troop that you put on DPS as like, oh, I don't want to take damage, which is not a good effect, right? But they also have worse base attack than Royal Cavalry, which are a tank troop. Plain and simple. Their effect is just straight up better in every way than Guardian Cavalry's. But they did my boy dirty and didn't give him Royal Cavalry or any other good cavalry soldier at all. So here we are. I will do anything for Hoffman. I will do anything for Kaguya.
Understandable.
So, you know, like, Jace is the thing, right? So I leveled Treants for Kaguya just so that I could use Glory of the World Treants against Jace, so that I could live him if he brought fairies or if he brought archers. Because I wanted high damage Kaguya, but I also wanted to be able to tank Jace. I will do anything for one of my units that I arbitrarily choose as a favorite, even if I have no other use for those soldiers at all.
Ow.
Not good advice. Don't do that if you're not an idiot like me. Chris Gaming here. The Tenyo Breeze.
On the list of troops that I do wish were good, these heavy cavalries from the first page. Just because I unironically love the Polar Bear Express skin.
Oh.
That's like one of the game's starting default, like, spend 28 voucher skins. But like, as much as I like it, I'm never going to run those troops, so it would just be such a waste.
So I did want to look at it because I don't remember. Was it a Kaguya card? It was a Kaguya card, I guess. That gave me this 20 or no, is it? No, it's not. It's got to be a Kaguya card. It's 2 fens. It's not headfens or anything like that. I thought my Sophia was headfens, but I think I accidentally put it on Angelica or something because neither of them are normally geared. But yeah, I checked because Shinpachi's about to be a god gamer. And with Templars of all DPS troops, it's not like she accidentally hits from Hoffman Aura or anything. Or of all tank troops. Well, we'll see. This unit is simply too powerful to exist.
Do you think he lives that without the... Because buffs like that apply to just the hero or the whole unit?
It's the whole unit.
Okay.
I think he needed that or the Sophia buff. I don't know if he really needed both. Because, like, I'm full moon because he's borrowing Lightbringer's gear mostly, so it's pretty good defense with that Sophia buff and everything. But also it's almost a 2500 attack Toa. And yeah, he lived, I guess. Strong. Shinpachi strong.
Yeah. Well lived.
Well lived, yeah, that was a lot of HP left.
Things like armor procs only affect the hero though, right? Like defender?
No, they affect the whole unit. That's why Gin will just take 0 damage if he AOLs procs. Because his troops have like 32% damage reduction plus the 20% from the troop. And then like from the infantry techs, and then like the 30% from the wind wall. And you've got an 82% damage reduction troop right there. And it's just like, yeah, GG. That's not going to kill anything ever. That was lucky that I did just pick up my extra 2 cards here. I don't really need it to kill, but it does let me get my clock back because the card spawned under these 2.
This move surprised me watching you do it. I wasn't sure that you would run out for one of those.
I think it was worth it because I'm aware that if you look at how I positioned, right, there's no space from which Werner can 2C me from outside of the Hoffman aura. And she gives herself 20% damage taken buff after she uses her 3C. So I just kind of thought about it, right? I'm like, this Werner is either going to get a 15% damage down and use his stronger attack. I checked also that he wasn't T-Star. I'm Star Earring, so these archers aren't going to do much damage. And I'm going to have shrines with full HP and a 20% damage buff. So the way I saw it, there's no way either of these units killed on their own. What he could have done was he could have chipped me with Narm and then hoped that Sophia misses the full heal. Because my Sophia's not that good. She doesn't have the Sophia buff on her, so she's not getting healed extra or anything. And then had Werner come clean her up. It's just I still think he loses to Hoffman, exerting all of his resources just to kill Kaguya like that.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Or Chris, because I did actually bring her proper DPS loadout here. Even if it's Redeemers, I think she could still bonk a fairly injured, Narm or fairly injured Werner and stuff.
Was this before or after the Tenyo breeze on Angelica?
This was later that night, after that Tenyo breeze on Angelica winning game. Chris Gaming, man. They were giving me so much crap about picking Chris over Sophia second, and then it actually mattered because the healing output didn't matter, but the Chris buffs did, and the Chris cleanup did. I stand by it. So yeah, that's not
like that.
That was pretty close.
Yeah, with all of the
fixed,
the extra fix because she's electric.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, do you really need electric on her in Waifu Wars?
No, I just forget to swap it from ladder.
Okay.
Because I've been swapping my backs back and forth. I usually use like Star Crown or Glory of the World in Waifu Wars.
Yeah, I figured you'd probably run Glory.
I have like all of them built for her, so I can tune it accordingly. Dude, I have like a nice 5% enchant, like 14% HP Star Crown, so it's really strong. But then Glory's effect is really nice too, so.
She's your do it for her meme, huh?
Yeah, 100%. So.
And there was no way that Werner's 3C was going to get that done outside of Sword Aura, you think, right?
Oh, I don't think so. I didn't look at the animation that closely, but Werner's 3C is not that strong, I guess he didn't know I was Star Earring, so what he didn't know is that the 3C would turn off the Star Earring effect against those archers. I was actually really surprised at the archers, so the reason I did the Guardian Cavalry on the Hoffman was because I was fully expecting a Fanguards on the Werner. There was like a few ways I thought that could go in like troop selection. I'm like, okay, he's a Sin Burner, in which case Hoffman is completely good. He could be an infantry Werner, in which case I need to have cav troops and hope he doesn't bring Lancers and hope that the cav troops just hold out enough against the hero, where the way I was kind of playing through it in my head. And he ended up infantry archer, which I think Firebrands are weak enough that Werner would end up hitting into some cavalry, which stop him, but I wasn't positive. But, things played out that with the Chris Tenyo, Kaguya was just this insane threat. Yeah, let's look at that animation, I guess, real quick. I guess it's not King's Crown on the Narm. Yeah, I guess Apti's missing in action too.
Rip. Wow, that's the second part of that attack.
Just did nothing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Shrine to Kaguya.
Yeah, with that 20% damage buff, or damage reduction. It's just killer. I'm just mad that it's dispellable on like Gren Shield, so like, I would actually put Shrines on her against Andy if that wasn't dispellable, but stupid Andy is an assassin with 5 dispels pre-battle, so it doesn't matter because he's stupid.
Dumb unit.
Dumb unit. But yeah, so I don't think Apti's around at this point, so I'll probably call things there.
Solid.
Because I kind of gotta get going. I'm assuming you, unfortunately, cannot sit around waiting for Waifu War beef all day, either.
Yeah, I would like to go do some other stuff.
Yep. All right, have a good one then. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Take it easy.
Hey, so did I say we were done for now? Because we're not done for now. We're back. Apti has shown up. JB has not quite done other things yet. I've not quite done other things yet. So here we go. A little bit more Waifu Wars. Yeah, I think they're just gonna add each other as friends, and then here we go again. Just as all's getting ready to go. It's fine though. So this will be Varna versus Toa. That'll be an interesting match. I think JB's been running like a kind of tank pushy box, but not really what I would call hard turtle. Okay, yeah, only a couple tanks in here. A fair amount of healing with the Sissy Kyra flow. I'm expecting this Kyra to get banned fast. It's got the Akka in here. Akka is one of those like choose one between IBC, Akka, and Patricia slots that almost everyone opts for one of Patricia or IBC. But JB running it back with the Akka. So Apti does also have a tank himself. So he knocked out the Agnes already. He's probably going to be looking to ban the Christie. I assume he wants to play against a tankless squad here. Because he has a lot of strong single target. He could even consider taking that Akka that I was talking about here. And then just keep picking strong single target heroes, honestly. I don't know what JB or what Apti can really do to counter that. If I'm being honest, he doesn't really have strong enablers in the box other than the IBC. So I think JB would kind of have the range advantage if he takes the Akka here. And then he's got stuff like Tatalia, Ashamar, Omega, Werner, Pepsi. Not necessarily totally dominant reach, but, you know, a lead. Yeah, there you go. I guess a lot of these are turn 2 units other than like the Kyra and the Mega Toa herself, but still gonna be a lot of reach. I would expect Apti to take the IBC probably. Or maybe the Sissy. Could be a good option too. Takes Elwyn, okay. I guess Elwyn is just strong in trades. It's achieving that you don't get totally zoned out, because after you take that IBC, you've got like the Pressure, you've got the Pepsi, you've got the Kyra, you've got some strong single target combos, so you're not just totally zoned here, is what I was thinking. Because right now, JB has a huge range advantage after that Akka pick. Like, he takes like Omega or Tatalia here. I think Tatalia Akka is filthy. He takes the Omega though. Because I want to say that No, I'm thinking of a lane. Tatalia does not ignore fixed immunity, so she wasn't going to one-shot Elwyn or anything like that, but yeah, I don't know. I think JB has a big reach advantage right now. I'm surprised the Sissy is still available. I think that's a strong pick for Apti to consider, even with the Sin. So he does take the IBC now. So I'm expecting JB to ban the Kyra and probably Sissy. Or maybe Pepsi instead of one of those. He should consider taking Freya for himself, I think. That's true. Tatalia does run, like, does get two, like, black hole type debuffs with that when she does her 3C. That's a good point. So we banned the Mary. That's interesting. I think the Sissy or the Pepsi were more threatening to him. I mean, Mary with IBC buff can run up and hit you, I guess, with AoE, but like, I don't think that's devastating or anything. She doesn't do debuffs. Okay, it's because he's picking the tank. So he wanted to get some of the other AoE out. I get it. I feel like all of his picks except for the ulti now for his last picks. I think Apti should probably take the Sissy. Maybe you get like turn 1 Inspire or something so that L1 gets big range. Or it's a guard at worst against the nothing everything guard ignores, but it's also just act again as P2 if the game goes that long. So yeah, he takes the Pepsi. I think that makes sense. More sense than the Sissy. Banning Eggy, which we just saw get that sick double kill, makes sense. Yeah, there's potential. So JB runs like that lurker build Omega, so he's not just gonna constantly go kill stuff every turn, but he's still a huge threat. And I mean, I think Toa is also pretty obscene range here. And she can guard ignore and do Toa stuff and be super bulky. Like, I don't think anything in this draft should, like, Elwyn and IBC, I think are the only two that can kill Toa. I don't think Pepsi or her can kill the Toa. Did I say IBC for JP's draft? I meant the Daka, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think JP has a big reach advantage here, and if things come into a single target kind of tradey thing, he has got the tank. Apti doesn't. And Apti has this Varna kind of hanging around. Like, Varna's a cool captain, but it's just, unless your opponent is playing hard tank push, usually there's not that much incentive for them to stay clumped up for her to get a good AoE, or for her AoE buff to go crazy. I mean, he can, but he still loses reach because you lose a block on the AA. I don't know that I would do that, just for the potential for A counter. Because then he'll still just be 5+3. You know, how good is 5+3? +1 is a 9 reach, which is still less than what most JP's threats are here. Yeah, unfortunately. But in that same vein, I did see somebody bring Barbarians on Wedham once. On like Flyer Wedham, I should say, because they had IBC. Which was hilarious, even if not particularly practical, because it was water map, but it was hilarious. So he does bring all these Lancer troops. Elwyn does bring the unicorns. Oh, we've got skill on Akka here. Like attack skill. You know, the Pepsi Akka is also crazy just because it feeds Pepsi like crazy. I guess that goes for both sides, though. Yeah, I could see that. Maybe we'll get some good pressure gaming here. She could be a strong tank bus threat against the Freya. And, you know, she has revive sometimes, which can be strong. Also, the infantry Toa hurts a bit here. If this was Flyer Toa, she would be controlling this map so hard. Pretty good Freya. I think that's in good shape to tank Elwyn if she's full health. This is a strong Varna. I know her casting is like an extra 10% or something, but it's still a lot of attack for just attack buff. I guess her base stat's not that bad either. So the Pepsi hide is a little annoying for JB to deal with here. Same goes for Apti, to be honest, but... I'm actually half surprised we didn't see, like, sweep on this pressure instead of crush. That's true, he can Rose Lash with the Freya, that's a good point. I actually might have liked to see sweep on pressure instead of just an extra 1C. It is a tempo thing though, like, because he's already moved the Freya, right? He can't break it this turn, which means that this Pepsi will kill one of his units next turn. Because he didn't bring Act Again on Akka or anything like that. My guess is you did it to buff the Toa, but the thing is the Toa, because it's an infantry Toa, is not having turn 1 engage anyway, so yeah, I get what you mean. Maybe the idea is to like wings buff the Omega or something. So he wanted to have the same buffs on the generic buffs on Toa already, so that she can guarantee that she passes wings or something. I don't know that you need to go crazy trying to do anything like that though when it's only +1 compared to the Akka, and he's already got plenty of range with just the Akka, I think. Actually, not that much reach with the Akka. I think only up to Varna. Look at this Chief Helmet, Akka. But yeah, now she can +3 copy the wings to Omega, since when she uses a 3C, that'll get her up to +3 wings buff, and then she can copy that to the Omega. And a Mimir too, I guess. This Omega would delete anything with the Mimir buff and stuff. But I think it doesn't copy the buffs that are the same, I think. I'm not a Toa expert, but I think it should guarantee it passes the wings, Mimir, and the... Maybe this will mess him up. Also, his Toa's not 6 stars, so she doesn't copy 4, she only copies 3. Or 5, I think, is what she copies with the casting passive. I can't recall. One, two, three, four, 5. Is it +2 or +3 on the acting? I think it's +2, right? And then 4 reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. The generic stats are all the same. That wouldn't matter. It's just that they have. So she has 3 buffs, and she will have 4 buffs that he doesn't have. So this might actually fuck him over. That Chief Helmet buff. Because she could pass that, the Mimir, and the Toa FB, or in the Freya FB. But he does copy the wings. Yeah, I'm not an expert. I don't know if there's someone else who uses Toa in chat, but I think there was a chance that could have gone horribly wrong because of that Akka helmet. So she's getting her revive up, it looks like. And making a pretty nice body block too. So I think he can reach to kill the Varna, but it's pretty low value, I think. So she can't one-shot the Freya, at least. But also, like, this Elwyn's still going to be threatening, too. But she doesn't do pre-battle debuffs, it looks like, just post-battle. Is that Akka buff blocking where Omega wants to run back to so he can dodge the Pepsi? Or Akka Wolf, I should say. Hey Moon, how's it going? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, so he would reach anyways. And he can only move 3, not 4. I don't think there's any real difference based on where he chooses to stand then. Just don't want to let Elwyn hit, I think. So he doesn't really have a lot of zoning now. It's just Pepsi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he has an option of running the Freya one back so he could dodge the Elwyn and like force him to use Pressure to tank bust. Because she'll only take a life, and after she does, she will lose her revive, I'm pretty sure. So you could then kill with the Omega basic. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he would reach. What does Toa reach? She's already used her act again, so she probably not much. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I think if you're JB here, you want to keep your Pepsi up in case like anything turns off the Elwyn revive or something. Well, it's the wings. It's a 2-turn wings buff on the Toa. If it was Breeze, he wouldn't have gotten it because it wouldn't have overwritten the +3. But because Toa has longer buff durations, when she got that wing, it lasts the extra turn or whatever. Oh no, it's this sets the buff's duration to 2 turns. Is what it is. Because she only would give it to herself. Or no, it says 2. It's 3 turns right now, I guess. Because I know she gets longer buffs when she's buffed by others. It's not quite the same as Ultimuller. But apparently the skill did it or something. I don't know. So Akka can technically try to take the pressure life, but I think she whiffs just because cavalry versus lancer. And you really kind of just want to wait for the pressure to do something so she just loses her revive naturally. It is too bad he missed the Pepsi earlier with the Akka. It still is pretty decent effective reach, but... Oh, she could reach. Oh yeah, that's what we were expecting. So she should take first life. Oh wow, rip Prisha, huh? Oh, he already ran the Omega back, I see. I would have really done a Toa stand, I think, first. I think that was a mistake. The Omega is what was putting some zoning on Apti's units. Other than the Pepsi, who Pepsi kind of wants to just wait around fighting for a while longer. Like, he should have moved the Toa first, and then even probably the Akka before moving the Omega, in my opinion. Because that forces pressure to go last or lose another unit for free. Whoops. Sorry about that. Accidentally clicked my window. No, she brought attack skill. That's why I think he should have really saved the Omega action for last, because Omega is the only thing that's really... Like, the Omega could take the pressure for free. I don't think she even takes pressure because she's a Lancer and Akka's a Cavalry. Even if her T-Star hits like a Mofo and she ignores some defense. She'll hit magic. Maybe she could kill, actually. Because I don't think he's going to survive hanging around long enough, or his goal's not to hang around long enough for the Akka to get other skills back. Yeah, it is Angels versus Werewolves, so the troops will get eaten alive, especially by that, T-Star before battle. I think I would try it now at this point before moving, like, rather than move Pepsi. Because then if their Pepsi punishes, you can use your Pepsi to kill theirs. And then you've got Elwyn IBC versus Freya that's still guarding Toa with Lancer troops who can tank the Elwyn and Omega. So I think that sounds favorable for JB to me. So yeah, I think you should try the Akka because she does reach. But he does Pepsi versus Pressure. I don't know about that. Because now there's nothing... Well, I guess Pepsi would have had shield intact, actually, so it's not even like you could one-shot Pepsi or anything. It's just JB doesn't have turn prio, so like now you... Pepsi 3 sees Pepsi... Or no, he just kills Akka. Okay. Yeah, I think Angels was weird. That's probably why she whiffed so hard on the Freya. So Wolf breaks Pepsi, I guess, here. Does Pepsi regain shield after, though? No. Okay. I never really know with Pepsi. I don't understand him that well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so Omega is out of the L1 reach. He is lacking a lot of threat range now, though, this game. Because, like, IBC kills the Pepsi, right? And then... Or do you run away with Pepsi, I guess is the question. And just hide. I think the Pepsi would probably hide as well in that case. And I don't think that improves things for Apti. Yeah, so IPC kills Pepsi. Assuming she dispels. She did. I think there's a little bit of RNG to it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so Omega doesn't reach IBC. Do either of these units kill Elwyn in one hit? Like, do either of these units take Elwyn first life even? I'm not sure. I guess the Hoplites flip her to neutral, so she's the better one to try. It's not that much attack because she lost her attack buff from the Akka overriding the regular buff. So I think he should use the Omega to kill the Pepsi, so that you have the Toa to try to punish the Elwyn's first life. Ooh, he's gonna fog the Omega doing that, isn't he? He needed to act again and use skill. And that still wouldn't have let him tripled, but it is a damage buff and a stronger attack in its own right. Wait, why did Pepsi still skill there? Was he clock? Like even if that had killed for JB, wouldn't Omega have fogged himself when he teleports back? Look at Toa whiffing too. I know hoplites suck, but dang. Oh, he doesn't get to one-shot because of the boa. Yeah, I mean he should have done the whole business with Omega, 100%. Because the fact that Freya actually couldn't get one shot by the Elton there was actually a pretty big deal in my mind. Because of the boas preventing the pre-battle passive silence from working. So we think the big mistake. Well, I still think you should have tried the Akka versus the Pressure, to be honest. Instead of using Pepsi to kill Pressure, but also you should have used the whole Bajaz with Omega to try to kill the Pepsi. Well, it's just the werewolves hit first, right? And the werewolves are going to tear up the angels, and you do that huge fixed damage before battle with the T-Star. So I think the angels are all dead by the time Akka's actually hitting, unless her animation's really fast or something. And then you're hitting magic into still a Lancer, but it is magic into a 500 magic defense Lancer that took a bunch of fixed damage. Also, let's see. Kong made a clip. Is this... You guys should take a look at the little clip Kong took. I don't know if you can see that on my Twitch or if you'd have to post it somewhere here. He posted it in Discord though. Me having a strong reaction to Meow last night. Oh, actually, I can just post the link in chat, I think. Here we go. Yeah, I guess that was from the last night's VOD, I think. Just the title being meow 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 itself is something quite fun, I think. Yeah, so I think that's it content-wise for now. I kind of gotta go. GG's there though, good content. Good effort, JB there. It was a close game. Oh, I should probably stop stream before I close in the game. I guess you guys just get a big purple screen. All right, have a good one, guys. See you later.